Okay, let's just talk for a moment about the magic that Vaibhav Suryavanshi has weaved. And I want to bring in our consulting editor, Nikhil and also Rajdeep Sardesai on this broadcast. Rajdeep, I'm going to begin with you because we've put out two images on our screens. One of 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi and the other of Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar at the young age of 16. I understand that you were the first journalist to interview Sachin. So if you compare the two, Rajdeep, do you think Vaibhav is a Sachin in the making?
First of all, Akshita, I was fortunate to be one of the few, one of the first to interview Sachin Tendulkar all those years ago. But look, I think that's part of the problem. Every time we have a teenage sensation, and there is little doubt that Vaibhav Suryavanshi is that, the comparisons will come with Sachin Tendulkar. But Indian cricket in 2025, Akshita, is very different from Indian cricket in the late 1980s. There was no IPL. Indian cricket was largely revolving around first-class cricket, around test cricket. So opportunities were fewer. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is from the IPL generation where he gets a multi-crore contract at the age of 14. But what he did yesterday reflected some of the qualities I saw in Sachin Tendulkar as a young boy, that fearlessness, the ability to look all these bowlers in the eye, wonderful stroke play, hand-eye coordination, perfect, and a lot of power. I think the one thing that struck me is because of this remarkable backlift that he has, high backlift, he has great power. He packs a punch. And you just now mentioned you don't know what you were doing at 14. I was desperately trying to play cricket at 14, but could barely hit a boundary. And this young kid is hitting test bowlers for six, as if he's having candy in a chocolate shop. So I think that's what stands out for me, the fearlessness and the audacious stroke play for someone so young. It was spectacular. Just one little point, also from Bihar, one of the few states that hasn't produced really a great Indian cricketer. And to see a young boy from Samastipur do so well, I think it's going to ignite a billion dreams in Bihar as well, in the way that Mahendra Singh Dhoni did it for Jharkhand. It's Bihar's turn now.
Absolutely wonderful. I think it's great for Bihar. It's great for the country. And it kind of shows you that maybe, Nikhil, I'd like to bring you in also on this, that we're headed in the right path, that we've got a great generation of cricketers coming our way with the likes of Suryavanshi and so many other youngsters.
Well, that's right, Akshita. I mean, there are a lot of youngsters. Another one that comes to my mind is a young Ayush Matre who's playing for MS Dhoni's team at the Chennai Super Kings, just 17 years of age. There's a Priyansh Arya, a Delhi boy, just 19 years of age, and he's played a couple of World Wing knocks. So, yes, what you have right now is a bunch of young batters that have been coming through, and that's been the hallmark of IPL over the years, producing this young talent. But I'd still have to say I've seen many young talents in the IPL before this, and many names come to your mind, whether they were bowlers or batters. But what Vaibhav Suryavanshi has done is unprecedented. Not only is his age the talking point, he's just 14 years of age. You mentioned a short while ago, many of us were worried about our homeworks at that stage of our life. And this is a young boy who's smashing 100. And dare I say, what he's done is, he's actually, before this IPL started, why is it that we knew Vaibhav Suryavanshi? He made headlines because he became the youngest ever to be sold in the IPL auction at 13 years of age. He's only played 3 matches, and in those 3 matches, he's given us different headlines. In the first game that he plays, he hits a 6 of the very first ball that he faces against, mind you, a test bowler in Shardul Thakur. So what's the headline? Everyone forgets about the auction. People say, here's a young kid, 14 years of age, faces his first ever ball at this level, hits a first ball 6. He plays the 3rd game of his career in the IPL, and guess what we are talking about? Not just 100 by a 14-year-old. That's not the headline. The headline is that this is the 2nd fastest 100 in the history of the sport. We've had some great batters play the IPL. Yeah. Never before in the IPL have you got someone other than a Chris Gale who you thought could have got it in 30 balls to get 135 balls. What he's doing is unprecedented. I understand the comparisons with Sachin Tendulkar. Of course, he has a long way to go from here on, but now he's a player that, as I said, in a short span of 3 months has completely changed the way that we're looking at cricket.
So true. You know, both you, Nikhil, and Rajdeep are talking about stroke play. But to a rookie like me, what stands out is that a 14-year-old goes out there on such a big platform, manages to completely shake off nerves and perform in that manner. I can't imagine doing that at 14, which is what makes this so amazing. And I think all of us wish him the very, very best in the future. Also, thanks very much, Rajdeep and Nikhil, for joining us on this broadcast.